Optimizing the AWS Amplify API category is crucial for building scalable and efficient serverless applications. To start, you need to understand the basics of AWS Amplify and its API category. AWS Amplify is a development platform that helps you build, deploy, and manage scalable mobile and web applications. The API category in AWS Amplify enables you to create RESTful APIs and GraphQL APIs with minimal configuration. The first step in optimizing the AWS Amplify API category is to choose the right API type for your application. If you need to handle complex queries and real-time data, GraphQL is the best choice. On the other hand, if you need to handle simple CRUD operations, RESTful APIs are suitable. Once you have chosen the API type, you need to configure the API settings. This includes setting the API name, description, and endpoint. You should also configure the API gateway settings, such as the integration type, API key, and usage plans. To optimize the performance of your API, you need to use caching and caching invalidation. AWS Amplify provides a caching mechanism that stores frequently accessed data in memory. You can configure the cache timeout and cache invalidation settings to ensure that your API returns the latest data. Another important aspect of optimizing the AWS Amplify API category is security. You need to configure authentication and authorization settings to ensure that only authorized users can access your API. AWS Amplify provides built-in support for authentication and authorization using AWS Cognito and AWS IAM. In addition to security, you should also monitor and analyze your API performance using AWS CloudWatch and AWS X-Ray. These tools provide detailed metrics and logs that help you identify performance bottlenecks and optimize your API. Best practices for optimizing the AWS Amplify API category include using efficient data models, minimizing database queries, and optimizing API gateway settings. You should also use AWS CloudFormation to automate the deployment and management of your API infrastructure. In conclusion, optimizing the AWS Amplify API category requires careful planning and configuration. By choosing the right API type, configuring API settings, using caching and security, monitoring performance, and following best practices, you can build scalable and efficient serverless applications using AWS Amplify.